Today's video is going to highlight our deer fence expansion project from start to finish. Will be in two parts, part one and part two, obviously, so let's get started. We picked up the fence posts, some garden soil, the T-posts from Lowe's yesterday, getting ready today to lay things out. The garden soil is for hilling up the potatoes, and obviously the fence posts are for the fence. So let's get started. Because we're going to lay the fence out between this marker here and that marker up there beyond that old wheelbarrow flower planter, going to have to move some of these rounds out of the way, and so we can clear that in so that we can set that fence in there. So I'll be working on that this morning, getting the fence posts dug, and as you would figure, somewhere in and around a wood pile we're going to have to be very careful of snakes. Just uncovered a copperhead. Trying to see if I can zoom in, but that's as close as I can zoom right here. But he's laying right in there underneath that dark leaf, and he's doesn't seem to be too awful perturbed, not too very big, but boy, that's going to hurt if he decides he's going to strike out. So I'm going to take the dog back in the house just in case the dog sees it, and going to hope that it slithers away here in just a few minutes. There he is again. We waited about 10 minutes to see if he'd warm up and go away, but he is going to stay right there until he gets rousted out. So I'm going to go have breakfast. How about that? First post hole has been dug, and I put the treated round post in the hole. Just wanted to kind of recap what's going on. The copperhead did hang around for about an hour in this area here. As I cleaned it out, she disappeared under some leaves and came back out as I tried to clean it up a little bit more, and kind of laid there in the sun for, well, in the sunny shade as the morning sun first hit that area. Laid there, and I think she got warmed up enough, and I think she's crawled back into underneath those bushes, back in behind the wood pile. So I think she's safe for the time being. Just wanted to kind of recap the tools. Regular round pointed shovel, a rake to clear off, a tape measure to get the measurements right. There's the post hole digger. Still looking for a spark plug for that thing to get it started, but seems to work okay manually. There's the hole. I go down about 2 feet, and I'll fill in around it with the dirt that's come out of the hole, and tamp it in with a tamping stick. Got my gloves here. Got the 4-foot level and a hatchet just in case I need to break out any roots or anything like that that may get in the way. Got the T-post hammer right there, and have hauled up the posts and the T-posts and set a few of them around out on the far end. So I'm going to be digging post holes and setting posts this morning. It's a fairly nice day. It's about 72 degrees right now. Humidity is still a little oppressive, but there's a little bit of a breeze coming up from the valley, so I think I'll survive. Okay, second post is in, and my lovely wife is out getting ready to, well, actually, going to finish up hilling up the potatoes that are out here. Mixing up the dirt and the old wheelbarrow, and she's going to put it inside the 3x3 potato bin inside the garden, and we're just having a ball. All right, we got the posts in today. There's the first one, and we're going to walk up here to where I put the second one. And then we had a change of thoughts. When we put this post in, I realized that we could very easily connect these two together from the first one to the third one and just run it through there. So I moved a little bit more of the unsplit rounds. We got to clean that out of the English ivy, and we're going to run the fencing from that corner over there by the gate over to there, up to here, and it's going to run to about halfway here. So I'm going to have to dig another hole and put a post in right about here. And this post is going to be the far corner. And then down the back side of the orchard, we've got the two posts set down there. And I set some of the T-posts down here so that we could run it. So we're going to peel that deer fencing and the rabbit fencing from that far post down there, peel it off there, peel it off that corner with the flags and the directional sign on it, and run it back over, disconnect it there on those T-posts, and then run it from there to here. Oh, to here. That's the change in plans. Run it at an angle to there, and then use these posts as a trellis for peas or beans or cucumbers in between the two. They're about 14 feet apart, and just so happens that I have a 14-footer 2x6 that we've been trying to figure out exactly what to do with, and it fits perfectly between these two center posts here. So rather than take the posts out, we're going to tie that together, put a trellis in here, and put the cucumbers, whatever climbing vines, peas, or whatever, right across here and into there. Future plan would be to put in a couple of more trees in this line that's over here and run it up to this corner so that they make a nice straight line from the shed all the way up to about here. And then over here, keep the blackberries going, increase that, maybe get some pumpkins or squash or something growing in this area. We're going to add some manure, wood chips, and wet newspapers to this area after I get it cleaned out so that we can get some of the effects of the Back to Eden gardening method with the composting and all that. Just let it sit over the winter, and hopefully it'll condition the soil a little bit so that we can actually plant some stuff in there. The lovely wife has hilled up the potatoes in the garden here that we put in, and has filled in and hilled up the potatoes that are in here. Like I said in a previous video, we had some volunteers that just kind of jumped up in here. We think they're from our compost pile, and we think they're some sort of a cucumber, but we're not 100% sure. They're not taking up too much space, so we're going to let them grow and see what they were. Maybe we'll be sorry, maybe we won't. That's the end of part one of the fence expansion project. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate your support. Thanks.